Can you see this? That's progress. It's Monday the 13th of July. It's Tuesday, July the 14th, and it's time for the daily exercises. So here we go. Eyebrow raise. That still looks exactly the same to me. Blinking. Closing the right eye by itself. Let's close the left eye by itself first. Left, easy, right. Some movement, I think. Opening my mouth wide. Yeah, I still look like the Iron Maiden mascot. I think I'm getting some more movement there. Nostril flare. Again, I can just feel one nostril. And then the smile. Now, I don't know if you can see it here, but you should have seen the clip on the head of this video. I actually felt some extra movement last night in that hastily shot clip in my bathroom. I felt another kind of one of those fishhook tugs again in the corner of my mouth as I was getting ready for bed. And I was in the bathroom and I just looked into the mirror and just tried to move my face, and I saw this section here had extra movement. I was able to move it further. I'll see if I can show you here and now, see if it'll do it again. If you look here, it doesn't look like much, but there's definite movement. The other thing I noticed was, I'm too close to the camera. The other thing I noticed yesterday, maybe today, was blinking in front of the mirror. I could see this eyelid actually starting to move when I blinked. I might do some slow motion of that, see if that's actually true or if my brain's making it up. Let's try and get some slow motion blinking. I want to see what happens with this eye. So that's the exercises. What's the news? The news is trying to drink a can of Coke is a very bad idea. That just went everywhere, so that has to be poured into the hamster bottles as well before it can be poured into me. Last night I felt pulses on my lips, which sounds sexier than it actually is. All along my top lip here, I could feel a pull and a pulse, and I presume that's related to all of this as well. That may even have contributed to the increased mouth movement. Speaking, as you can see, is still tremendous fun. Although I put that to the test last night when I recorded the latest episode of my movies podcast with my friend Tom. I'll put some gubbins on the screen around here so you can link to that. It's called Have You Seen? Might as well get a plug in. I need to remember that when I close my eyes, this eye is not actually closing all the way, and I need to push it closed properly, because I found that out the hard way when I got shampoo in it this morning in the shower, which whether you can control your whole face or not is no fun. Finally, I'm about to head out for my COVID test, which I got offered, as I said last time, off the back of reporting my bell symptoms on the Zoe app. The most terrifying part of this to me is getting on a bus for the first time in 4 months with a bunch of Londoners who don't respect mask rules and don't know what 2 meters is. So that's a terrifying prospect. It's time to go for the COVID test. So I've got my mask, I've got my ID, my code is in my phone, and let's head out. So I'm back from the COVID test, and it was quite an experience, as you can imagine. I wanted to film it, but I wasn't able to, so here's some shots of my journey to cover egregious jump cuts. While I tell you that it was outside, there was a soldier watching over me. It was very exposed. I didn't have the legs on my gimbal to put my camera, my phone up so I could film it. I'll let you see some of the inside of the guide. Where is the guide? This is the guide I was given. It's pretty comprehensive guide to sticking a thing up your nose. You go in, you get given a swab like that long, very thin, with a like Q-tippy thing on one end, and you're asked to do your tonsils or your tonsil area, but it must not touch your teeth, tongue, cheeks, gums, or anything else when it goes in, which is difficult when you can't open half your mouth. I think I managed to though. And then that same thing you just put in your mouth, you then have to poke up a nostril about an inch and slowly twist it for 10 to 15 seconds and then slowly pull that out. Put in a little vial of liquid, snap it off to tighten up the thingy, tighten up the lid, and put it, sit it in the bag and give it to another soldier, and it goes away somewhere. When I went out to get my COVID test done, I had my mask on, obviously, I had my shades on, and when you breathe out, the air comes up through the mask and into the shades, and because I can't close this eye properly, it comes out of the mask into the shades and into my eye. So I was effectively breathing into my own eye for 2 hours yesterday, which is tremendous fun. I also think I've experienced some increased movement around my eye here, because I've noticed sometimes when I raise my eyebrows, can you see this end? It's starting to move, and I don't think it's entirely being tugged by this one. But my main point of interest is always around here, because you might not be able to see it, but I can definitely feel muscle movement here when I do that. I've got the test result back. I am in fact COVID negative, which is wonderful. So this doesn't seem to be the sign of anything more serious at the moment, which is a great weight off my mind. It just means I only have this to deal with rather than any other complications that might go along with it. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, I want to say a very big thank you to my friend Martha, who is 10 and sent me this. It's a great picture of the Iron Giant, which is a movie we both love, and it says, "Dear Kieran, I hope you get better really quickly, because it's not nice if you can't blink the other eye." You're very right. And I can't wait to see you once lockdown is over. Love from Martha. Martha, thank you so much. This made my day when I opened it this morning. Thank you everybody for joining me again, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Well, looks like I'm now a vlogger.